back again moments with the priest. That's episode, don't stress episode. Quickly tonight we're gonna reason on who are the real Jews, who are the real Hebrews, who are the real Black Israelites. Quick, we'll just go straight into scriptures. Genesis chapter 2, verse 13. It speaks about creation, the Garden of Eden. And one of the rivers in the Garden of the Eden, the name was Gihon. And it says in Genesis 2 and 13 that the same river, it passed through the whole land of Ethiopia, even until this day. So the Garden of Eden is in Africa, in Ethiopia, you see. So we know, say, creation, Adam and Eve, the first people coming out of Africa, they were black people. You see, going into Egypt and then moving into the Middle East, what we call Palestine, or what we'll call, the land of Israel. You see. So what had happened? Israel went into slavery, during the time of the Pharaohs. God sent the black Moses in that time, to deliver them and carry them into the land of Palestine and claim the land as Israel. That's where we have today. You go into the Middle East, you see a place called Jerusalem, modern day Israel. These was the black African Israelites that went into slavery, that was enslaved, by the change of the pharaohs. They went into Egypt during the famine, during the time of Joseph. But after the pharaohs switched, then they enslaved these black Israelites. Even Moses' wife, she was an Ethiopian, you see. Yeah, his father-in-law, Jethro, was an Ethiopian priest, you see. Same said we. So, yeah, and we even know, say now in these days, that even the pharaohs was black, and Moses grew up in the house of the pharaohs, you see. So, Pharaoh was black, Jethro was black, his daughter was black, which was Moses' wife. So Moses was an Israelite, was black, these black people. So the man them, Moses take them out of, Egypt into land of Palestine, and from there, the children of Israel, they carry on the generation until the time of Saul. Saul become King Israel, the black King Israel, then become Black David, become the King Israel. David's father name was Jesse. Jesse is interpreted as a very black man. You see, so David couldn't be a white man, and his daddy named Jesse, a very black man. Even David's, son, Solomon. Yeah, Solomon says that they, dislike him because his son burned skin, because the color of his skin. You see, so Solomon was a black man. Same said way. And also, Nazarites, the Nazarene were black people. So when we even look into in this time, Solomon's first wife was the Ethiopian. What a coincidence, just as Moses. You see, Solomon's first wife, the Queen of Sheba, the Queen of Ethiopia, from the land of Sheba and Seba, the Queen Makeda. She was Solomon's first wife. She visited Solomon, and she had a son for Solomon, because it's recorded in Ethiopian history that the Queen Makeda did have a son, and the name of her son was Menelik. And she claimed that Solomon was the father of Menelik, her son. And the Menelik was even sent to Solomon. And that's hence how the Ark of the Covenant went into Ethiopia. It's written in the book of the E.A.B.I.C. You see, one of the books that are, collected, in the Ethiopian archive. The Ethiopians have one of the oldest versions of the Bible, having more than 66 books. The E.A.B.I.C being one of, the texts, that is a part of our literature. You see, it's the glory of the kings. It's the lineage of, Solomon, from David to Solomon, to Menelik, straight, to Dawood and, straight to Menelik II, all those different kings lineage through Ethiopia, 1,000 years of kings. So Rastafari, who's the king of Israel, King Selassie, King Rastafari is the king, the lion from the tribe of Judah. He was crowned 1930, November 2nd, in Ethiopia as the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering lion from the tribe of Judah. You see, Israelites. You see, Judah was the lawgiver. You see, Moab was the washpot. You see, so Judah gave the law in Israel. You see, so Rastafari sit upon the throne of David from the house of Judah, from the lineage of Judah, which is the lawgiver. David was the lawgiver in Israel. He was the king of Israel. So in this time, the book of Deuteronomy 28, it says Israel will go into slavery a second time, not the first time. The first time we went into Egypt, in the Middle East, in Africa, Northern Africa, you see. But he said we'll go into slavery a second time, and this time by ships. And he said for 400 years. They'll put yokes around our necks and bound us and all that kind of stuff and change our name and all this kind of stuff require of us a song. And, if we be realistic, there were some Ashkenazi Jews, there were some Europeans, and other nations who accepted, the Hebrew faith, the Judaic faith, you see. Yeah, the Israelite faith, they converted, you see. But they are not the true Jews, you see. They're not the original Israelites. They were converts, you see. And, Hitler himself, Hitler, persecute, these false Jews, because they're not really Jews. They're just converts, you see. But, these false Jews are denying the true Jews, the true Israelites. Because it's these false Jews, these Zionists, Ashkenazi Jews, that is working with, their alliances, to keep, the true identity of the true Israelites, away from the world, you see. And even Hitler said that, what he did, it had already started World War III, you see. And people will realize one day why he did what he did. Because, to him, they were not real Jews, And Hitler went as far as to say that, the blacks in the West, they are the real Hebrews. They are the true children of God. Hitler said that in his statement. The blacks in the West and Americas and South America and all the islands, that came here 400 years ago, coincidentally, as the scriptures say, enslaved ships with yokes around our necks and, shackles on our feet. And, for 400 years, the Ashkenazi Jews, the white Jews, the fake Jews, they was not persecuted for 400 years. They were not having yoke around their neck and enslaved in a plantation. Just, the book of Deuteronomy say the yoke of the nations will be on our backs. Which means the children of Israel will do the work for all the nations. It's the black Israelites, slaves who came here 400 years during the 16th, 19th, 17th century slave trade that built America. And America become the hub of the world. It become, the manufacturer for the world. It become the leading country of production, of products on the backs of the slaves. This is all prophecy, you see. So, as we sit right now, you have many black people that came here 400 years ago in and on these slave plantations that are reading the scriptures for themselves, because the scriptures were not allowed to be taught to slaves by our, oppressor nations, the former, the slave masters, the European slave masters, and their accomplice. They didn't want us to have the ability to read, but through, the efforts, and, the mighty works of King Rastafari, Marcus Messiah Garvey, King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, and many others, black supremacy heroes that came and fought and gave us privileges, to break ourselves out of this curse, to have the ability to read, to have an ability to open our hearts, to return to our true identity. It's even more amazing every day you see black Africans that came in slavery all around this West now claiming, I'm an Israelite. I came here, through a curse, Deuteronomy 28. They're aware of who they are. So it's full time we come to the truth of the matter. Even today, you have these Ashkenazi Jews, these fake Jews, still claiming in the Middle East that they are the children of Israel, that they are God's children, that their Christ is returning, for them. And however, and all of that is not the truth. Christ has already returned, for the children of Israel. King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, the Black Christ in flesh, meet with Rastafari, the King of Kings, the King of Israel. And the King of Israel, Rastafari, hand the people, over to King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, who is the Black Moses, the Black Christ in his time. You see, who come to redeem us and remind us of who he is. That we is Israel, we is the children of God, you see. Yeah, so that was the evil world plan, to destroy us from being a nation, destroy us from being Israel, and they be Israel, you see. But just stop their plan, you see. So, royal family, I just wanted to share, to show that, in this time, it's us, who's the children of Israel, the black house of Israelite. It also says, Psalms 87 that, his foundation, the Lord's foundation is in Ethiopia, And it says that, in the last days, the highest himself will establish her. Rastafari established Ethiopia, as King David, as the King of Israel. That's I. That's why, the king come in 1966 and meet with Queen Elizabeth, and meet with King Emmanuel Charles Edwards and meet with all the heads of government, and the king show, even the president in America at that time, that, all the blacks in the West is his people. They're the children, of Israel, and he's the King of Israel, you see. I, Negus, rule Israel, you see. So it seems that way, the scriptures say, some say they are Jews, but they are not. They're the synagogue of Satan, you see. And, when we see the actions and the deeds of what's being carried out by these fake Jews, the corruption and the abominations, even in this time, then say they ain't Jews. They ain't Israelites. They ain't doing what the children of God used to do. They ain't even following the prophecy. Because the prophecy say, the Levite order, it can't save no one. That's Hebrews chapter, 7 and 8. Christ didn't come 2,000 years ago and put away the Levite order. It's the Melchizedek order we following. You see? So, the Ashkenazi Jews, the fake Jews, they carrying out the Levite order. They still want to slaughter goat and give sacrifices and furrow blood moons. And, God say he done away with that. You know, Christ become the living sacrifice, the black Christ, King Manuel Charles Edwards. You know, come and lay down his life for the black host Israelite to redeem us as a people unto our Father, Rastafari. You know, the King of Israel. Return us, you know, forward back to our Father's land. Because remember in Genesis, that's where the Garden of Eden is. So that's where Israel began, in Africa and Ethiopia, you see. And now we scattered all over the world, you know, fork on earth, you know, and the Father come to redeem us. Black again, love, 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 love. Black Israelites.